Zillow told someone their home was worth $847,000 and the comp said 680. They listed at 820, sat for 6 months, and were still answering showing requests and sitting stress eating on their couch. I'm not saying Zillow's bad. I use it too. If you're thinking about selling your home in Central Oregon, you deserve a real number, not an algorithm's best guess based on your tax records and a prayer. So today I'm giving you 5 things I actually do to figure out what your home is worth. So let's go. Number 1, I'm going to pull recent comparable sold data. Not listed, not pending, not what your neighbor thinks they could get. Sold, closed, done. This is the foundation. I'm looking at homes similar to yours that have actually transferred hands recently. Similar square footage, similar bedroom and bathroom count, similar lot size, similar location. And then I look at price per square foot, days on market, sales to list ratio, meaning how close to asking price those homes actually sold for. And that last number actually tells me a lot about the market activity. If homes in your price range are consistently selling at 97% of list, that's a healthy market. If they're selling at 91% after 80 days on market, that's a different conversation. And you need to know that before you ever pick a number. Number 2, I'm going to walk through your home in person. This is the thing that Zillow literally cannot do. It has never been inside your house. It does not know what your kitchen looks like. It cannot smell that something went sideways under the sink 3 years ago. It has no idea your primary bathroom got a full renovation last year or that your roof is original to 1997 and it's just doing its best out there. When I walk through, I'm looking at specific things that actually move the needle for buyers, like updated kitchen or original cabinets that have seen better days, a new HVAC system, or a system held together by good intentions and duct tape, water heater age, roof conditions, flooring, light fixture, updated primary bathroom. And here in Central Oregon, a roof is a bigger deal than people coming from other markets actually realize. In Texas, where I worked before moving here, the hailstorms were constant. And insurance companies were replacing roofs every few years for just a deductible. So we don't have that here. A well-maintained roof in Central Oregon actually lasts and buyers know it. That's a value that Zillow has no idea about. I walk through, I take notes, I ask questions, what's been updated and when, do you have the records? Because the more that I know, the more accurate picture I can give you. Number 3, I adjust for condition and updates. 2 homes can have the same square footage, same number of bedrooms, same neighborhood, and be worth completely different amounts because one has a renovated kitchen, a new HVAC, and hardwood floors throughout, and the other has carpet that has absorbed 15 years of family memories and a dishwasher that is more of a suggestion than an appliance. Those are not the same homes. They should not be priced the same, and a buyer comparing those homes in that price bracket will absolutely know the difference. This is where the CMA, comparative market analysis, goes from data pull to actual picture of your specific home's value. It requires judgment. It requires knowing what the buyers in this market actually care about right now. And it requires someone who has walked through enough homes to know the difference between an update that adds value and a renovation that was purely for the joy of living there. Both are valid, but only one is going to move the needle on the price. Number 4, current market conditions. Your home doesn't exist in a vacuum. It exists along every other home for sale in your price range right now. And what those homes look like, how long they've been sitting, and what they're priced at all affect what a buyer will offer you. Right now in Redmond, homes are sitting an average of 60 to 100 days depending on price point. The typical seller is seeing a price reduction around 3.5% to 5% from original list price before going under contract. Buyers have options and they're using them. I had a seller once who put a beautiful pool in their backyard. It was a significant investment and it was genuinely lovely. They wanted that pool price to reflect in their house price, and I get it. You put the money in, you want the money back. But the neighborhood comps told a completely different story. Buyers in that area weren't paying a pool premium at the level that my clients needed. We went back and forth, and eventually we compromised on a price that was still above what the data said we should be at, and the home sat. We reduced it again, and months later, they finally sold it and got to go to Florida, where they'd been dreaming of living for years. But it cost them time and stress that totally could have been avoided if the starting price had matched what the competition was actually doing. Your current market context isn't optional. It's part of the picture. Number 5, we are going to build you a net sheet so you know exactly what you're going to walk away with. This one's my favorite because this is the one that actually changes how people feel about selling. Your list price and what you walk away with are not the same number. Seller closing costs in Oregon typically run 2 to 3% of your sales price. Agent commissions, a lot of times both sides come out of the sales proceeds. If you have a remaining mortgage balance, that's going to get paid off at closing. And if your equity has grown significantly, which for a lot of long-term Central Oregon homeowners it has, there may be capital gains. And that's a conversation worth having with your CPA before you list, not after. I'm not a tax professional and this is not tax advice. It's just a flag worth raising early. Once I have an accurate picture of your home's value, I build you a line by line breakdown of what you'd actually walk away with after everything. That's the number that lets you plan your next chapter. Maybe it's a smaller home nearby, or maybe you get to move closer to your grandbabies, or that dream that you've been putting off for a few years. Every single seller that I've walked through the net sheet with has said that they wished they had known that number sooner. So it's not pressure, it's just information. And it's something I do before we talk about signing anything at all. Okay, so there you go. 5 things I actually do to figure out what your home is worth. Pulling the sold data, walking through in person, adjusting for condition and updates, factoring in the current market competition, and building your net sheet so you know your real walkaway number. If you want that picture for your specific home in Central Oregon, real data, real numbers, no algorithm, I would love to put that together for you. The link to schedule is in the description below. And if this was helpful, please subscribe. I make videos specifically for Central Oregon homeowners who want to know the full picture before they make any big decisions. My name's Diana. I'm with Sold in Central Oregon. I'll see you on the next one.